simmering trade tensions between the two economic powers. Deutsche Welle correspondent Emily Leshner joins us now from Berlin. Emily, give us some background to this vote.
Hi. Well, the vote means that tariffs on electric vehicles coming from China into the EU can be raised up to 35%. And this is on top of an existing standard 10% import duty. The move doesn't really come as a major surprise. 1 year ago, the president of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, gave a State of the Union address in which she made it pretty clear that Europe was not going to stand by what it sees as unfair market practices by China, because China subsidizes its domestic production of electric vehicles. And she even opened a probe into China's practices. The vote has had key backing from key European trade partners like France, Italy, and Greece, but not from Germany. Von der Leyen has faced quite a lot of resistance from Chancellor Olaf Scholz, as well as the leaders of the big three car makers, which are BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and Volkswagen. They've been strongly opposed to this tariff hike, but despite their heavy lobbying, it looks like they're going to lose this battle. And this is really a key turning point for Germany, which used to wield quite a bit of influence on EU policy when the country's car industry was seen as a formidable force, which is no longer the case.
Why is Germany opposed to the tariff hike? What are German car makers afraid of?
Well, German car makers are really struggling right now. This is in part because of the strong competition in the EV market with China. They're worried that Beijing is going to retaliate with its own set of tariffs, and that's going to put into jeopardy hundreds of thousands of German jobs as well as their sales. Now, China is Germany's biggest market for electric vehicles. About a third of German EVs are sold to China, so that would have a pretty significant impact. And they're also worried that China might restrict the import of minerals that are critical in making electric batteries. And they really see this tariff hike as an unnecessary escalation that has a potential to spark a trade war. And they would rather continue negotiations with China over things like minimum price points and caps on how many EVs can be imported into Europe.
Can we expect China to retaliate in some way?
They've certainly flirted with the idea. They've threatened to hit back with their own tariffs on EU exports of brandy, dairy, and pork, which may not seem that serious, but these exports amount to nearly 2 billion euros in trade volume each year. At the moment, though, it doesn't seem likely that this is going to happen because the EU has agreed to continue to negotiate with China, even if the tariffs go into effect. And China doesn't really want to enter into a trade war right now, especially considering the state of its economy right now.
Okay, Deutsche Welle correspondent Emily Leshner reporting there from Berlin. A private coal mining company has been accused of illegal